Hello, everybody. It's wonderful to meet you all in this last month of this very important year, very interesting year, which has brought plenty of surprises and both positive and negative. And I guess it's even though for some people this year might not have been the most pleasant year, we can recognize that this year has given us all the opportunities to try out something new, kind of improve ourselves. And for us, Origin Trail ecosystem this year has actually been the 10th year of making supply chains more transparent, making supply chains more sustainable by enabling trusted knowledge exchange. And so the purpose of this event is to actually show what we have achieved together with partners in those 10 years. And in those 10 years, of course, there were many transformations, as you will see later on. And what is important to point out first and foremost is that Origin Trail is not a company. Origin Trail is an ecosystem based on three core principles. First one being, of course, neutrality, because what we deliver is essentially an open source software capable of allowing companies to exchange data in a trusted manner and also in a scalable manner. And what is also one of the principles is inclusiveness, because we want to encompass as many problems and offer help to as many companies, as many individuals as possible, of course. And last but not least, Origin Trail ecosystem is also based on usability, because at the end of the day, it is about delivering working solutions. And we do all this together. Now, in those 10 years, we have been working with different partners, and many of them are present today, especially the most important partners, which have not only contributed to the Origin Trail ecosystem with their solutions, but actually they have applied Origin Trail to co-develop this new future of trusted knowledge exchange. So all these partners that are going to be joining us today are coming from companies that are somehow co-developing the future of trusted knowledge exchange infrastructure. And it is with my pleasure to go briefly through the very interesting list of speakers, starting, of course, with my co-founders and myself, Tomasz Levak and Branimir Rakic. They have both been on this ship since 2010, when we did the first experiment in supply chains. And ever since, we have gone through several interesting transformations. Fourth in line is also Yuri Shkornik, which has joined us later on, but he has had a very, very important impact on how the core technology developer of Origin Trail operates, the Trace Labs. He has brought a lot of kind of fresh wind from the corporate sector and has also opened the doors and helped us work with very much important partners, such as, for example, British Standards Institution, and we have Dan from British Standards Institution also joining us today. And of course, in the next, I think third in line is going to be Dominic from the Swiss Federal Railways. You're going to be hearing something very interesting about what's cooking in Switzerland. And not only in Switzerland, because the supply chains of railways are actually not ending in Switzerland or in any one country. So the interesting projects, perspectives about this very much important partner are going to be discussed later on. Then we have Phil Archer, Director of Web Solutions of GS1, and together with Branimir, are going to be discussing what's new and what's interesting, and how GS1 standards and Origin Trail technologies commingle in order to create a more trusted knowledge exchange. Then we have Dan Pertel of BSI. He's the Group Innovation Director. We have John Keogh, especially those from Origin Trail ecosystem, the community members, you all know John. He was also the inaugural chairman of the Trace Alliance organization. So Trace Alliance is the inclusiveness hub of the Origin Trail ecosystem. Then we have Jens from Oracle. Now Jens has been very instrumental with the first very important solution we have deployed together with Oracle for dairy sector, with an aim to automate and make food supply chains more trustworthy. Last but not least, we are also going to be discussing future of how we are going to be even more exclusive in terms of the chains that are going to be involved in Origin Trail, together with Dan Forbes of Parity. And since I'm sure that you have all gone through the program and that by and large you are kind of already well introduced to it, I will just briefly mention that the first in line is going to be Dan Pertel and Yuri Shkornik with Instruments of Trust, one of the solutions that we co-developed with British Standards Institution. Then moving on to the improving safety and transparency in food supply chains with Oracle, and following with John. He's going to be talking about some concepts when it comes to supply chain transparency and trust. Moving on then to Oracle, to the Swiss Federal Railways, together with Branimir Rakic and Dominic. Fireside chat, GS1, Branimir Rakic, and again, Dominic of Swiss Federal Railways. Then again, another fire chat before we take the role as founders to introduce you to the future. And this fireside chat is very much important because Polkadot is very much going to be intertwined with Origin Trail's future technical infrastructure. And then last but not the least, we are going to summarize and bring in some very important introductions to the not only one tools, but several tools that we are launching in the Origin Trail ecosystem. And this is where we're also going to be onboarding you as a community. So everybody who has so far been involved in co-creating the Origin Trail community by either holding tokens and also using tokens in order to co-develop the future ecosystem, and of course to run a node. This is a very important part, so I urge you to stay with us until the end. And now, without further ado, let's invite Dan Pertel and Yuri Shkornik to join us.